와, 3명 이미 들어왔어요. 안녕하세요. LanguageX의 세롬입니다. Hi, I'm Serom and you're watching LanguageX. 네, 환영합니다. So today we're going to learn about A and V. A and V. And when you should use them, what's the difference between those two articles? So in Korean, there are not really articles like this. But in English, you need to understand how to use articles well. A or an, depending on the noun that you use it with. And V is something that you use with almost every sentence that you say. So it's important to know the difference between A and V when you use it with a noun. A, D 그런 아티클은 명사하고 같이 쓰는 건데 A 아니면 an 그리고 the 언제 사용해야 되는지 구별해야 된다. 네, 구별 어떻게 구별하는지 아셔야 됩니다. So first, the easiest way to know how to tell the difference between A and V, when to use A and V, is by examples. Because there are some exceptions to the rules, but it just takes practice and using different examples to find out what's the right article to use. So, for example, if you say that Ewha Women's University is a very prestigious university located in Seoul, South Korea. It's a university, a prestigious university. You're just talking about a university, but it's the first time you've made this statement. So you weren't talking about it before. So you wouldn't say that Ewha is the very prestigious university located in Seoul because there are other prestigious universities. 네. 이들은 명성이 있는 대학교들 중에 하나라고 그런 말이에요. That Ewha University is a very prestigious university. But there are many, so it's just one of many. So you use A, not V. If there was only one prestigious university, then you would say it's the prestigious university of Korea, right? But there are many, so you should say A. And then another example is I'm standing in front of the most famous building on campus. The most famous building on campus. So if you go to Ewha University, there's that building shaped like this, right? At the big entrance to Ewha University. Maybe some of you know. Yeah, so that building is a famous building. If I go to Ewha right now, not so much because of a certain virus, but if you go to Ewha, you'll see many tourists standing in front of this, right, this famous building, and they're taking pictures, right? And if people want to meet their friends, then they tell them, oh, let's meet there at this building because it looks so different from the other buildings. It's very famous. It can really catch your eye, right? So if you say, I'm standing in front of the most famous building on campus, you wouldn't say a most famous building because there's only one most famous building, right? So it should be the at that time, right? If you want to say that there are many famous buildings on campus, then you would say this is, one of the most famous. But you would still say the in this instance because you're referring to a famous location. When we talk about famous locations, then you use the a lot of the time, very often. But there's some exceptions. 네, 왜 있습니다. So sometimes you may not use the with a famous location. I'll show you some examples. But if it's a famous location, you use the a lot of the time. Or if you're talking about something that's the most, then it will be the, not a most, right? So as you practice more, as you learn English more and more, then things will just sound more natural to you than others. So you would say the most famous building. 가장 유명한 건물은 하나만 있을 수 있기 때문에 then you use the most famous. So let's look at examples. Examples are the best. they really help us understand better, right? So today, let's see. How about this? What's this? It's just an apartment, right? It's an apartment. Apartment starts with A, so you use an, right? Not just A. So it's an apartment. But sometimes you would say the apartment. When would you say the apartment? You might say the apartment if this is my apartment, right? Or if you were talking about an apartment with your friend, and then you continue talking about it, right? This is a room, you can say it's a room, right? A room or an apartment. So if you're talking about it and then you talk about it again, you already mentioned it and you talk about it again, then you can say the room or the apartment, right? This is the room. This is the room where I sleep. You can say the room then. But if you're just talking in general about a room, then you would say a room. Right? An apartment or a room. 그냥 일반적으로 말을 하고 있다면 그럼 A 아니면 an이라고 해도 되는 거예요. 근데 얘기하다가 나중에 또 the room or the apartment에 대해서 얘기할 때 그럼 the라고 쓸 거예요. Okay? Because we were talking about this room or this apartment. So then we use the when we talk about it again later. Right? Good job. Josh 씨 잘하셨어요. Next example is this. What's this? Anyone? The chat is like slower. It's a little bit delayed. So you may be typing, but I can't see it until a few seconds later. So does anyone know what this is? It's a very famous, iconic thing, right? Is it A, Statue of Liberty? Or is it the Statue of Liberty, right? This is the Statue of Liberty. We always say this is the Statue of Liberty, right? Because it's famous. It's a famous location. So we wouldn't say a Statue of Liberty. Is when you use that sounds like it's just in general a generic thing. 그냥 아무 스태츄에 대한 얘기하는 거라면 그럼 A 스태츄라고 할 텐데 이거 유명한 거라서 그럼 the Statue of Liberty라고 하셔야 됩니다. Right? The Statue of Liberty. Next one. This is just a car, right? Good. 저씨 잘하셨어요. 네, 채팅 조금 딜레이가 있어서 답 보내셔도 조금 이따가 보는 거예요. Oh, good. HHC, the a car. Right? This is just 그냥 아무 자동차죠. This is just a car. But let's say this is my car. What if this is my car? And I go to Home Plus and then I buy some food. Then I go back to my car. Do I put it in a car or in the car? I put the food in the car, right? 그냥 if this is just any car, 아무 자동차라면 그럼 a car라고 하는데 저희 자동차라면 then I can say the car because it's something that I know about. I know about this car. If I go, I buy food and I go back, I put it in the car. 그런 경우에는 the라고 하셔야 됩니다. Okay? But like the car is mine. Right, that's right. 저씨 잘하셨어요. Good. So you can see when you should use a or the with different things. Good, good. What about this one? Anyone is a fan of Star Wars? 죄송합니다. 좀 참겠어. So this is what is this? This is a statue. It's a statue of Chewbacca, right? HSC 맞아요. Chewbacca 맞아요. But it's a statue of Chewbacca. What if you didn't know about Star Wars? What if you didn't know about Star Wars? Then you would just say, oh, it's a statue of some animal. But even though this is famous, we wouldn't say the statue of Chewbacca unless, because it's not famous as a statue, right? Chewbacca, that's right. So it's not famous as a statue, it's famous as the character. So we would still just say a statue of Chewbacca. 네. 이해하셨죠? 이해 안 되는 거 있으면 알려주세요. 네. 그 다음에 what about this? Oh, that's right, Josh. You can also say this is a toy, right? Just 아무 장난감. What about this one? This is a place in America. Anyone know? This is a Grand Canyon. No, right? We don't say a Grand Canyon. We say the Grand Canyon, right? The Grand Canyon. Why? 맞아요. 맞습니다, HSC. Why? Because it's famous, right? It's a famous canyon. Canyon is, oh, 저씨 가보셨어요? Wow, very, very cool. I haven't been there. Joshi said he's been to the Grand Canyon, but I haven't been there. I'm American, but I never went there. I've never been there. Yeah, I heard it's amazing, right? So there are many canyons. Actually, a canyon is just any place where the land has been split like this. So, but this is the biggest canyon like this. So it became famous, right? So we call it the Grand Canyon. Okay. I think you got it. How about this one? Yes, I hope I can go to the Grand Canyon one day too. 저도 가고 싶어요. What about this one? Anyone been to this place? This famous place? It's a tower, right? It's a tower, but it's famous. So what do we call this? 안타깝게도 너무 딜레이가 돼서. Yes, the Eiffel Tower, right? The Eiffel Tower. Why? Because it's 유명 유명해요. I'm just using Konglish this whole time. And because it's famous. Yeah. 유명한 네, 곳이라서 the라고 해야 돼요. So the Eiffel Tower. But what about this tower? What about this tower? What's this tower? This is the Namsan Tower. We don't usually say the Namsan Tower, right? Namsan. Why do you think that is? Actually, there is no answer. The answer is some famous places are only called by their name without the. So other famous places we always use the with it. You just have to memorize it. Unfortunately, there's no way to tell the difference, but you just have to memorize it. Some famous places are called just their name. Other famous places you absolutely must use the. Like this is the Eiffel Tower. This is Namsan Tower, right? We don't usually say the Namsan Tower, but if you did, it would not be incorrect. If you say the Namsan Tower, this is also correct. But people don't say the Namsan Tower, right? They only say Namsan Tower. 더워디 발음 차이는 어떻게 나누는 거예요? 더워디? 더워디가 뭐예요? 더워? I guess. 더워디. Oh, I see. So how do you tell when to say the or the? The comes before vowels. The Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower. Eiffel starts with E, so you should use the. The Grand Canyon. The is with a consonant, a G. So you say the, right? The is when you have a consonant after. So this is the Eiffel Tower. So A, E, I, O, U. If the word starts with A, E, I, O, U, then it's the, right? If the word starts with B, C, D, F, yeah, what's next? G, H, any consonant, right? Then the, you use the. Yeah, when I repeat the word the, then I usually say, I use either one, the or the. But yeah, when you're using it with a word, a different word, then you should look at what that word starts with. The first letter. If it's a vowel, it should be the. If it's a consonant, it will be the. The Grand Canyon, the Eiffel Tower, yes. Yes, but there, as Joshi 말했는데요, there will be some exceptions. Yes. Oh, English is really hard, right? So there are some exceptions, actually. So those ones you just have to memorize. You have to just learn which ones those are. And native speakers, 원어민들이 알아들을 수 있는데 좀 고쳐줄 수도 있어요. 만약에 the 사용을 했는데 the라고 해야 되는데 그래도 조금 이상하게 들려도 이해할 수 있어요. 막 알아들을 수 있어요. The LanguageX. Yeah. We wouldn't say the LanguageX because we're not famous yet, but you could say the LanguageX creator. That's me. Yeah. The LanguageX. Thank you. So I have a few more examples. One example is this. This is another example where you don't use the. You can use the and it will be correct. But people do not use the when they talk about this place. They say Niagara Falls. I want to go to Niagara Falls. But some people may say, I want to go to the Niagara Falls. Or they might say, I want to go to the falls, because everyone knows what you mean when you say the falls. Oh yes, 앞으로 네, 유명해지길 바라겠습니다. Yeah, just said, for the future, when LanguageX is famous, then it'll be the LanguageX. Yeah. The Niagara Falls. You can say this, but people often say just Niagara Falls. This is Niagara Falls, or this is the Niagara Falls. 둘 다 맞아요. Either one is okay. Yeah. So one more exception. And what about this? Very famous, right? Is this a Hollywood sign? Is this a Hollywood sign? No, right? We always say the Hollywood sign because it's a famous place. Good. Everyone got it? The chat is delayed, so I don't know. Everybody saw, right? The Hollywood sign. I've never been there either. I think I'd rather go to the Grand Canyon though, rather than Hollywood. And this is another example of you can use a or the. Oh, 네, 맞습니다. HHC, the Hollywood sign. This is an example. You know, this is a beach, right? This is a beach, but or we would actually say a beach. A beach or a beach. Both are okay. You can also say that's right, Josh. You can say the beach. Actually, people use the beach more. But this is 그냥 아무 바닷가라. 그럼 a beach라고 하는 것도 맞는데요. You can say the beach. People also, they almost always say the beach when they talk about the beach. Right? Right? People, if you say, 바닷가 가고 싶다, then they say, I want to go to the beach. But it's not really a famous place unless they say, 속초 바닷가 가고 싶다. I want to go to Sokcho Beach. Oh, that's another good example. HHG, the mountains, right? The mountains is another place we don't say, I want to go to a mountain, right? You say, I want to go to the mountains. So that's a really good example. When we say, maybe it's because these are like just iconic places like the beach, the mountains. So we always say the. It's not a specific famous place, but we always use the with places like this. The beach, the mountains. But if I just show you a picture of a random beach, 아무 바닷가 사진 보여주면 그럼 beach라고 하는 것도 맞아요. 근데 바닷가에 대해서 얘기하고 있다면 그럼 the beach라고 하는 것도 맞습니다. If I just show you a random picture of a mountain, then you would say, that's a mountain. But if I say, I like going to the mountains. If we're talking about mountains, then we always refer to it as the. Talking about the beach, excuse me, we refer to it as the. there are other examples. We could go on all day with other examples, I think, because there's so many things like, oh, the bank. I'm going to the bank. 은행에 가고 있다. I'm going to the bank. You don't say a bank because it's my bank that I go to and, take care of my business there. So it's the bank. But you don't say I'm going to the school. You say I'm going to school. You don't use or the in that case. Some of those examples, some of those exceptions can be confusing, but some of those things you have to just memorize as you continue to learn. Yes, it is more natural. True. We can try to train our ears to hear what sounds more natural or not, right? If it sounds weird, I want to go to a mountain. We wouldn't say that, right? Because we know the mountain that we want to go to, or we know in general that I like going to, mountain climb. So we wouldn't just say a mountain. So we can try to train our ears to know when to use the, or neither one. Okay, everyone did such a good job. Thank you for participating in the class. Thank you for watching. 네, 시청해 주셔서 감사드리고, 이 영상 재미있었다면 네, 좋아요, 구독, 알람까지 눌러주세요. So please like and subscribe and set your alarm. 그리고 and I'm gonna post this video afterwards, so you didn't get to participate by the chat, but later on, if you want to watch again, we'll post the video, so you can also leave questions in the comments. Okay, bye bye. Thank you, everyone. 다음에 봐요. 뿅.